Welcome to Inspiring Tales, where we bring you real stories of hope, resilience, and the power of kindness. Today's story is about Sarah, a single mom and small business owner whose life took a dramatic turn after a simple act of compassion. Let's dive in. Sarah owned a humble phone repair shop nestled in a quiet corner of downtown. The shop had once been her dream, but lately it felt like an uphill battle. Customers were few, bills were piling up, and Sarah was doing everything she could to keep the doors open. Her daughter, Emma, needed medication every month, and the rent for both their home and shop was due soon. Sarah often skipped meals, telling herself it was to save money, but deep down, she worried about how much longer she could hold on. That day started like any other. Sarah arrived early, turning the shop sign to open, and meticulously organizing her tools on the workbench. She whispered to herself, "Maybe today will be different." By noon, the shop had seen just one customer, a young woman buying a screen protector. Sarah sat at her desk, her thoughts tangled with unpaid bills and looming deadlines. The chime of the shop door broke her train of thought. She looked up to see an elderly man hesitating in the doorway, holding a battered flip phone. "Can someone help me with this?" he asked, his voice unsteady. Sarah stood up and approached him with a warm smile. "Of course. I'm Sarah. Please, have a seat." The man introduced himself as Robert. His eyes were red, his hands trembled as he passed her the phone. "It doesn't turn on anymore," he said, his voice breaking. "My wife, Mary, passed away last month. Her voice messages are on this phone. It's all I have left of her." Sarah's heart ached as she took the phone. Its charging port was damaged, and the battery was completely dead. "This will take some time to fix," Sarah said gently. "How much will it cost?" Robert asked, pulling out a worn wallet. Sarah noticed the frayed edges of his coat and the single bills he counted with shaking fingers. "Let me take a closer look first," she replied. For the next 3 hours, Sarah worked with precision, cleaning every tiny component and replacing the battery with a spare she had in the shop. Robert sat silently, watching her every move, occasionally sharing memories of Mary. "We were married for 42 years, he said, his voice soft but steady. "Every night she'd leave me a message, just to tell me she loved me." Finally, the phone powered on. When the voicemail notification sounded, Robert's face lit up. He clutched the phone as though it were a treasure chest. "How much do I owe you?" he asked again, reaching for his wallet. Sarah shook her head. "No charge. Just promise to keep those memories safe." Tears filled Robert's eyes. "You're a blessing," he whispered before leaving. Sarah watched him walk away, her heart full, but her worries still weighing heavily. With only $22 left in her account, she wondered how she'd manage another day. The next morning, as Sarah went through her usual routine, a sleek black limousine pulled up outside her shop. She looked up, confused. A tall man in a sharp suit stepped out and walked inside. "Are you Sarah?" he asked. "Yes, I am," she replied cautiously. "My name is Michael. I'm Robert's son. He told me about what you did for him yesterday." Sarah smiled. "It wasn't much. I just wanted to help." Michael's expression softened. "It was more than help. My dad hasn't smiled since we lost my mom, until last night. He played me one of her messages. It was the first time I'd heard her voice in years. You gave us something priceless." Michael explained that he owned a chain of electronics stores and was looking for someone to manage their repair department. "I need someone who understands that devices hold more than data. They hold memories. The job pays $70,000 a year with full benefits. After what you did for my father, I know you're the right person for the job." Sarah's breath caught in her throat. Tears welled up in her eyes as she nodded. "Yes. Thank you." That afternoon, a delivery truck arrived with boxes of old phones. Michael explained they were destined for donation to senior centers once repaired. "Can you handle these repairs? Standard rates apply," he added. Sarah nodded, grateful for the opportunity. She got to work, sorting the phones with Emma's help. Later, Robert stopped by, looking healthier and more confident. "I had to thank you again," he said. "Those messages, they're everything to me." He spent the afternoon sharing stories of Mary and helping Emma sort through the phones. The following week, Sarah started her new job. Her workspace was spacious, equipped with tools she'd only dreamed of owning. Robert became her first customer, proudly testing the new repair manager's skills. Under Sarah's leadership, the repair team not only fixed devices, but also learned to listen to the stories behind them. Michael expanded the senior donation program, inspired by Sarah's belief. Every device has a story, and every story matters. Months later, Sarah's department had helped hundreds of seniors reconnect with loved ones. She even started an apprenticeship program to teach high school students repair skills, opening doors for the next generation. One evening, as Sarah locked up the store, Emma asked, "Mom, how did everything change so quickly?" Sarah smiled, thinking back to the day Robert first walked into her shop. "It all started with kindness," she said. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell us in the comments, what's one act of kindness that's inspired you?